Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA, Season 4, Episode 246. It is Sunday afternoon, October 5th, and we are on our way to our first casino. Let me give you a little bit of what happened yesterday. Yesterday there was a bunch of stuff going on. Needed to go to the post office, Costco, needed to go to work to get some stuff done. So I asked my wife if she'd like to go along with me, and she said yes. So we stopped by the office and I got some change tickets taken care of that I was a little bit behind on. And then we decided to go to the casino since I had some free play and it would be expiring today. That way we'd get that out of the way and I wouldn't have to backtrack like I do sometimes. So we went there. We were looking around and we're not really finding anything to play. And then I find one play. It's at $2.40 a spin, and I tell her, hey, why don't you sit down and play this, put the free play in there, put $100 in there. I said, I'm just going to be gone for like 2 minutes, going to check out this area, and I'll be right back. So I leave. First I spun it and explained to her what to look for. She said, okay. I leave, go around the corner, nothing there, come back, and she's like, putting the phone down. Looks like she was about to call me. I'm like, what's going on? She gives me the thumbs up and she said, look. And I look and she hit the major on this machine. And she was only like 8 spins into it when she hit. And we ended up, that was the only thing that we played too. We ended up ahead $1,080. So actually that wasn't the only thing we played. We had a little bit of free play left over, ran it through a machine just to run it through, got 10% of our money back on that one, but plus $1,080 yesterday, and we were only there for about 20 minutes. Then I went to Costco, got a few things that we needed, and one focus at Costco was going to be to get some stamps, I ended up not getting them. Actually, I don't want to go over that right now. I'll tell you more about that another time. Then we went to Chili's and had some food. I got some nice fajitas, chicken fajitas, and then we headed home. This morning, Sunday morning, we went to church. Some kids didn't want to go to church because I'm tired, I'm this, I'm that, I don't want to, you're mean. So they got their phones taken away for a week. So next Sunday, if they decide that they do want to go to church, then they can have their phones back. So 1 week, no phone. Came home, I worked on some paperwork for this election stuff that's going on, and answered some phone calls, emails, text messages regarding all that kind of stuff. And things are really starting to go our way with this as well. We have a lot of momentum, a lot more than expected. And had some lunch, and then just took off for the day. So that's where we are right now. It's Sunday, 2 o'clock, and I'm hoping we'll be home by 3 or 4 a.m. and have a nice trip, make some good money, and we'll see how it goes. Right now it's a really nice day outside. Clear skies, 79 degrees. The high today is 83, and 0 chance of rain. So it's going to be a nice, easy day, easy driving, good weather. Hopefully the air conditioning holds up in this car. I bought this car with 140,000, I think, on it in February, and now we're early October, and I just turned 220,000 miles on this car. So that's why I get cheap cars, not because I'm just cheap. I really, really am looking forward to having a really nice car soon, but not quite yet. So yeah, that's about it right now. Heading out to our first casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, I am back. Yeah, this is unbelievable, man. Had such a hard day with these kids today. They will not let up, no matter what. They will not let up. It's so ridiculous. Even with being punished, they're so stubborn, they don't want to do what they're told. I had to come back to the car because they're using their mom's phone to call me. Then she got sick of that, and she wouldn't let them. So then they went and talk to other people to use their phones to call me. Anyway, unbelievable. Went in, looked at some slots, couldn't find any plays initially. I'm still here, by the way, because I had to come to the car. I was doing well. Come to the car. Anyway, play. Okay, so I've got tables and slots. Tables, first of all, I had a good session, real quick win, and got up ahead $790. Found one slot machine at $3 a spin, was in a good position, and it all went downhill. It was so bad on that one. I don't know how many spins it took, but when it finally hit, it paid like $22 at $3 a spin. And I ended that session down 190. Because at that point, then I took a break, I walked around. So I won 790 and then minus 190. So overall, between tables and slots, I'm ahead 600. Went to sign up for the poker list. There's like 8 people on the list. There was no way. Nothing was going to open up. So it didn't make any sense. All the different types of poker were completely packed. Long lists, people on the phone, people in person. So went back, found another table, sat down and played. Had a little bit of trouble there. Had to lose a little before winning back a little. And the thing I hate the most is these, I don't know, I think I should call them like night crawlers. These pit bosses crawling around, looking, checking you out, seeing what you're doing, if you raised at all. It's like people are over there betting huge amounts of money, $1,000, $2,000, $1,500, $800 a hand. Nobody cares. I go from 50 to 100, 50 to 200. All of a sudden, it's this big inquiry and inquisition. It's like so unbelievable. But I was down for a long time there. I was down a little over $1,000 and hung around there for a long time. Finally had a good run and ended up leaving ahead 276 more. So plus 276. Went back to slots, found one play. There were 2 machines next to each other. There's an obvious play on the screen. Asian guy at the machine on the left, the machine on the right had the play. Asian lady was talking to a guy, I don't know what he was, some kind of Eastern European guy, and they were discussing it, and I said, are you going to play it? And they're like, no, go ahead. So I sat down there and played it. It was at $3 a spin. It took a lot longer to hit than I expected, but it was paying along the way and keeping me going. And when it finally paid out, I ended that ahead 140. So went and cashed that out, went back to the tables, had a short session, like a 10-minute session, and ended that ahead another 109. So how do we do? I don't know. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1,000, is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, a little over 1,000. I'm ahead overall. I've only been here for a few hours, and at this point, I need to make a decision here if I'm going to go home and deal with this stuff. But it's like everyone should be asleep by the time I get home. This has happened before, and it's like by the time you get home 4 hours later, everyone already forgot what they were arguing about. So I think I just need to stick around here and go back in, see if I can make a little bit more money, and figure things out from there. Maybe we can get on a table, a poker table, and make a little bit of money there as well. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. Lots of ups and downs, lots of craziness, but hopefully things continue to be good and even improve over what we've already made. Maybe double it before we go home would be really nice. I'd love to make 2,000 today before I left, and so we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go back in and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. All I can say at this point about what's going on at home is, honestly, I mean, you got to be kidding me. These kids are so spoiled. I would have given them their devices back, but now they're not getting them back. And now they're going to have to see what it's like to live like everybody else. You know, you try to do all the best things for your kids, and then you overdo it and you give them too much, and they think it's them and they're entitled and all that. Well, entitlement is going away. So anyway, I did go back in there and walked around, looking around, found another table to play, and sat down. Was there for about 25 minutes or so, and actually did pretty well again as well, and ended that session ahead, $567. So that's really, really good. And the place was really busy, and a lot of what I've been doing today is blending in with the crowd and in and out and blending and whatever, doing whatever I need to do. And cash out, I had to go from here to there to there to there, but got everything cashed out, so all that is good. When I first walked back into this place, there's this guy, and he was doing a buy a bonus. You guys know what that is, buy a bonus? That's like some of these games now, instead of just spinning until you hit the bonus and see what you get paid out, you can actually pay money up front, and they are awful. I mean, that deal is so bad most of the time. This guy was doing $500 buy a bonus spins. So each spin is $500, and he's guaranteed a bonus. And I stood there and I watched the first one. And it's this one, I don't know if you've ever seen it, this Louis something. These three goofy guys, and their heads explode or pop or something like that when you hit the bonus. And so he put in the buy a bonus money, pushes the button, and it only popped one of the three. So there's three possible things, or you can get a combination of one of them, combination of two of them, or all three of them. And of course he only got one, and his $500 investment returned $120. And I was like, oh, that's gotta hurt. And he was just doing it over and over again, just 500, 500, 500. And must be nice to have that kind of money just to throw away, but that's just, oh, that just hurts your heart when you watch that stuff happen, just throwing money away. I remember when we were in Vegas, we were at the Wynn at the Red 8, I think it's called. We were sitting there eating. They have this like community table where anyone can sit there and eat, and it was empty, so the family took over the whole table. And we were overlooking the slot area at the Wynn, and there was a guy playing this pots game. I forget what it's called. Now there's a new version called like Mr. Wong's and Mrs. Wong's or something like that. But it's basically like these Asian people, and they make sushi. And they had these three big pots, and this guy was playing a big amount. I forget what it is now. It was maybe like $25 or more per spin. And I'm telling my daughter, see that guy right there? Every time he spins that, it's $25. And she's like, are you kidding? And she's like getting mad at him. Why is he doing that? Why doesn't he do something good with that money? Give it to me. I need that money. And it's the same thing. It's like when you start seeing it that bad, it's like, man, it's like so much money just being thrown down the toilet. But anyway, I started walking around after that and just watching people, looking for another table, seeing these people, like half-dressed people walking around. And it's always the people that shouldn't be dressed that way that are dressed that way. It's a little bit crazy. Kind of like with these yoga pants, where these people are way too big for the yoga pants, and they stretch them so far they're like see-through. Oh, absolutely gross. So I decided to get some food and stood in line for like 10 minutes with only one person in front of me. Finally got up there and ordered this Asian Oriental chicken salad thing, and was actually pretty good. It was a little expensive. It was a little over $20. But to add more meat to it, if you wanted extra chicken or let's say extra steak, was like $19. So the salad costs $20, but to add steak to it is $19 more. That's so crazy. But it was actually pretty good. So I ate that in the car, and while I was waiting for the food to be ready, I played a few machines and ended up ahead another $53. So overall, I ended up with a real nice $1,600 win right now. And right now I'm going to start heading toward home and figure out what we're going to do next, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, I am back. I just stopped for fuel again. I actually stopped for fuel on the way down here, and now on the way back, just stopped for fuel again, and just been having some really decent variance lately, but very short stops, in and out, on the table, off the table. A lot less money coming in from slots right now. A lot of changes happening, and I just finished talking about how slots were so much bigger this year than blackjack, and now table games are making a comeback. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I know that I haven't been very talkative lately, just because of so much stuff happening. And tomorrow I'll be delivering an article to the newspaper also, so that's going to be another one. One was done about me. Now this one's going to be a copy of an email that I'm sending to a political person, and sending a copy also to the newspaper. So that's going to be a big thing coming up, and things are going our way, but I wish we had some better people to represent us overall. Unfortunately, we can't do everything ourselves, and I don't really want to. I'd rather be out making money doing advantage play, but sometimes you got to step up and help your community. Our trip is next Sunday. This time next week, we will be on our trip. We would have landed by now, and so looking forward to that, getting ready for that, trying to figure out if I want to get any kind of room or not. I'm thinking probably not. I do need to book a car, probably do that tomorrow, and then we'll pretty much be done for the trip. And then whether I sleep in the car, sleep in the hotel room, whatever, it doesn't really matter. I could always look into like a minivan. I don't know, we'll see. And let's talk a little bit about our segments, and then we'll go into some other stuff. What did you eat today, MW? I had that, let me see, this morning my wife made some chicken, like a chicken breast with some peas. I think we had some salad, right? And some other stuff that was all really good. Give that a 10 on a scale of 2 through ace. And then tonight, I had that Oriental chicken salad. And man, that was really good. I give that at least a 10 on the scale of 2 through ace. I was going to go with the jack, but I think the dressing, there wasn't enough of it. It was like cabbage, spinach, peppers, just some of the other normal salad stuff, but more of a more of a cabbage base than a lettuce base. So that was really good. And we had a bunch of sessions today. What did you tip today, MW? I tipped an even $0 today. They don't give me money when I lose. I'm not giving them money when I win. So let's keep it at that. Now, if they were actually doing something like bringing me a jackpot or doing something to help me in some way, I'd be happy to tip them. But if all they're doing is their job, then I'm not going to tip. And what did you learn today, MW? I learned my kids can still be a little bit spoiled, I guess is the word. And I never wanted that to happen. We thought we had that under control, and we were doing everything we could to raise responsible, intelligent people. And they are intelligent, but when they don't get their way, then they show their age. So that's always a pain in the butt for any parent to go through that, especially during these teenage years. I know things will get better later on, but I was just thinking, man, I could sell my house and return all their phones, get a little apartment, and just relax and never have to work again. I wouldn't even have to do AP. I could just relax. I wouldn't have to do anything, and just my income would be enough to live off. and when I am old enough to get Social Security, it would be enough to live off. Just with the investments that I have and just Social Security, I'd be fine. I wouldn't even have to worry. I could travel the world and do whatever I wanted, but we choose to take care of our family, to bring them up the right way, to teach them right from wrong, and I guess sometimes you got to go through these difficult times that we're going through right now. So anyway, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. Schedule this week, Monday, a lot of stuff to do at work. Go play some slots, back to work, back to slots, maybe a little poker Monday night, depending on how things go. Tuesday, similar schedule. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be traveling. And then Saturday normally would not be traveling, but I may be this week. I'm not positive, because Sunday I'll be going out of town Sunday night, so I may do a little traveling Saturday instead. I'm not positive on that, so we'll see what happens with that. I think we made like 1760 today, which is really good. Happy about that. You know, it's still kind of weird not to have a lot of options, but we're surviving right now. But I'm 1 or 2 casinos away from them saying, no, you can't come back here, and then I'll really have practically nothing. And then my weekly goal will go down from almost $5,000 down to about 1,500. So it's that bad. So we're still trying to figure out our way here, but we'll take it one step at a time, like we always do. Big week this week. A lot of stuff going on at work. A lot of stuff going on with some other stuff outside of work, a lot of stuff going on at home, and finalizing the blueprints for the cabinets and all the kitchen stuff that we're going to do. And probably end of next week we'll put the deposit down on that, and it'll take about 3 months to get that in. And I'm not really looking forward to saying goodbye to all that money, but what are you going to do? It has to get done. So I think right now I'm just going to continue my trip home. I'm just going to relax. I'll let you go. We'll catch up tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com. mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.